Welcome to Ingram Hall. For We Are Here, Songs from the Holocaust. Please take this moment to silence your cell phones and a reminder that any recording of the performance is prohibited. The show will begin shortly. There will be a 10-minute intermission. To begin this evening's program, please welcome Vanderbilt University Chancellor Daniel Diermeier.
Good evening. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to Vanderbilt University and our great honor on this International Day of Holocaust Remembrance. It's our honor to host the 2025 performance of We Are Here, Songs from the Holocaust. In what began as a bold idea to give voice to what was once lost to history, this concert has become, through packed performances at Carnegie Hall and the Salt Set in Chicago, a tribute to the tremendous power of community, to the collective strength offered by our varied experiences, ideologies, perspectives, and talents. A reminder that when we work together, we can create what was never imagined before. We will experience this power tonight in the concert's stunning array of accomplished presenters, beautiful voices, and expert instrumentation, and in our gathering itself, and the act of witnessing the vital history that we have come here to share together. And we find that power further in the backstory of tonight's performance, driven by our tenacious alumnus, David Mendelsohn, who was certain that the next performance of We Are Here needed to be in Nashville at his alma mater. I want to give a special thanks to two members of my team, Darren Riesberg and Nicole Evans, for partnering with David, producer Aaron Tellis, and so many others to bring David's vision to life. In true Vanderbilt fashion, demonstrating of how we radically collaborate, we heeded the call, bringing together faculty, students, and staff from the Blair School of Music, the Divinity School, Dialogue Vanderbilt, the Holocaust Lecture Series, by the way, the longest running series on the Holocaust at any American university, and the greater Nashville community to contribute the distinct cultural heritage of our area to a deeply moving experience that will showcase the power of the human spirit. For, I agree with David, there had to be a performance of We Are Here in our very own Music City, as there's no better place to employ the sheer force and impact of music, that timeless, universal language that uniquely conveys in all of its complexity our human experience, and that uplifts in all of its potential our human will to thrive and to leave behind something to inspire generations to come. Today, on this day especially, we offer our thanks in memoriam to the original creators of the music we're about to hear. And we are humbled by our opportunity to help extend their work. And finally, thanks to all of you for joining us in that effort tonight and every day. We are grateful now and always that you are here with us tonight. Thank you.
Jeden soll sein freilich, scheun nicht lang, ich hoff. Jews let us be happy. I hope it won't be long. Es eckt bald die Milchome, es kommt bald their song. Soon the war will be over, and they will change their song. Freilich nor nit sorgen und nit herumgehen lieb. Be happy, don't worry, don't let the dark clouds hang above. Hat Geduld betochen und nehmt als unverlieb. Und nehmt als unverlieb. Just have faith and patience and take it all with love. Yes, take it all with love. Dai, 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 da, da, dai, und nicht darum den Trieb. Dai, 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 da, da, dai, und nehmt als unverlieb. Only love and patience, but keep in your hand the old faithful weapons of our ancient band. Sing and dance, you butchers, long we will not wait. Once there was a Haman, yes, his will be your fate, and his will be your fate. Die, 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 da, da, die, die, scheun nicht lang dich auf. Die, 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 da, da, die, es wart auf euch sein Sof. Sing and dance, you butchers, Jews can bear the pain. And the hardest labor, we can stand the strain. Sweeping, go and sweep then, we know what you mean. But despite the sweeping, nothing will be clean. No, nothing will be clean. Die, 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 da, da, die, die, calls man ihr wird sein. Die, 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 da, da, die, es wird doch nicht werden rein. Washing, go and wash then, the red mark of Cain. But poor Abel's heart blood, you will wash in vain. Chase us from our homes now, cut our beards as well. Jews, let us be happy, and they can go to hell. Yes, they can go to hell. Waschen soll sein waschen, Kains reiten Fleck. Hevels Blut von Herzen, das wascht sich nicht weg. Reibt uns von die Tiere, schneid uns auf die Berg. Ihnen soll sein freilich, wir haben sie in der Erd, wir haben sie in der Erd. Die, 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 we have them in the ground. Die, 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 yes, they can go to hell. Die, 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 we have them in the ground. Die, 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 yes, they can go to hell.
Please welcome your host, Rabbi Charles Savinor.
I hope they don't think I'm singing. We are here. Let me begin with the obvious. I have laryngitis. But you know what people say when the rabbi loses his voice? Thank God. Our concert tonight commemorates International Holocaust Remembrance Day, marking the 80th anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz-Birkenau in 1945. Before embarking on how we got here, for we are here, I want to share a few thoughts on why it's so important today and on a personal level for me as well. Nearly 40 years ago, on a teen tour to Poland, one of the first of its kind, as the Iron Curtain was just beginning to lift, our itinerary was really focused on the extermination camps. We went to Auschwitz and Birkenau and Treblinka and Majdanek and Sobibor. It was hard. And during that week, we had just a few hours of free time right before Shabbat, and we went to Warsaw, and our group decided we're Jewish, and we should present ourselves that way. So we wore our kippot, and we wore our Jewish stars, and we went out for a few hours to Warsaw. Now, To be honest with you, most people who saw us acted like they had seen a ghost. They wanted nothing to do with us. There was one man who was like following us around for a while. It was really quite interesting. Until finally he got close by because it felt like he wanted to say something to us. The problem was he didn't speak English and we didn't speak Polish. So there was one word I was able to say, which was Żydzi. Are you Jewish? In Polish. And as soon as I said it, I felt like such an idiot because he was wearing a huge cross. But he grabbed one of my friend's notebooks and started to draw. And he drew a picture of gravestones with Jewish symbols on them. And he said, Mama and Papa. From this, we understood that for some reason, he was born Jewish, but that he had to convert. Then he began to point at my head. And finally, it occurred to me he wasn't pointing at my head, but at my kippah. I took it off my head and I said, do you want it? And he nodded. He kissed the kippah and lovingly placed it on his head as tears rolled down his cheeks. Finally, he looked me in the eye and said in broken English, Pedagogue, you learn and teach the little ones. Then this character, almost out of a Chagall painting, turned around and simply walked away. This encounter transformed my life and influenced my aspiration to become a rabbi, teacher, and conveyor of memory. It's also the reason when I bumped into Ira Antelis, the creator of We Are Here, 7 years ago on the street, and Ira said, what are we going to do about Holocaust memory? The answer was simple. The answer was, we are here. We have to do something. Ira conceived this show, and all of the music originates from the 14 songbooks that was written in the camps, the forests, and the ghettos during the war. This beautiful music is as much about love, hope, faith, and family as it is about sadness, longing, and despair. With this in mind, on International Holocaust Remembrance Day, we must not only remember the 6 million Jews and 5 other civilians of other faiths and backgrounds systematically murdered by the Nazis, but also celebrate their courage in the face of an unimaginable cruelty and intentional evil. Tonight, we are honored by several Holocaust survivors like Sammy, who will present in just a little while, that you're with us. Your lives are an inspiration to all of us of perseverance, faith, and hope. And your presence elevates the significance of this moment. The song we just heard, Minuten von Betuchen, was sung by Michael Yashinsky, and it means moments of certainty. It was written by Mordechai Gebertig in the Krakow ghetto. In these lyrics that were pushed the boundaries of reality became the anthem of that ghetto and many of the partisans and resistance fighters. This opening piece and many of the songs that we're going to hear tonight sound actually a little happy. Not necessarily what you'd expect from a Holocaust concert. That's because when life was on the line, people thought about things that really mattered. Family, community, friendship, love, the future. Mr. Antelis and I began working on this concert after the death of Elie Wiesel, the author of Night. We were driven to increase Holocaust education and awareness, but it was really about memory at first. But we confronted two contemporary realities that elevated the need for such an enterprise. The first pertains to today's astounding dearth of knowledge about the Holocaust. Research shows that American students do not possess a working knowledge of the scope of the Nazi extermination, cannot name any of the 42,000 ghettos and concentration camps, and unaware that Hitler was elected through a democratic process in Germany. Sadly, there are few communities like Whitehall, Tennessee, committing to teaching about the scale of the Holocaust through their innovative and inspiring Paper Clips project. The proliferation of hatred expressed in violence against the Jewish people represent the second reason behind the timeliness of We Are Here. According to the ADL, there's been a 360% increase in anti-Semitic incidents over the past 2 years, especially after October 7th. But it isn't just about anti-Semitism. It's all forms of hatred, racism, and bigotry are on the rise, online and on the streets, in supermarkets, schools, college campuses, and on community celebrations. Fear and hatred threaten to break the bonds of our society. 80 years ago, after the Holocaust, we are left wondering today whether the statement "never again" has become a question. With a shooter in a high school just last week, not far from here in Nashville, spewing anti-Semitic hatred online, with Nazis marching in Nashville not so far away from here, with venomous social media posts, with synagogues vandalized around the world, some of them today in the last 24 hours, and with Jews beaten and killed for wearing a kippah or Jewish star on mass transit, we can legitimately feel that we are living in a moment of uncertainty. Even worse, it seems that every song in these 14 songbooks could have been written today. And yet, 80 years ago today, in the face of daily degradation and unspeakable horror, Jews during the Shoah tapped into a reservoir of strength, resilience, and hope, frequently expressed through song. This music creates a roadmap of how we can face uncertainty in our time. With conflicts raging at home and abroad, this Holocaust concert underwent a transformation from a sacred commemoration of history to a public declaration of hope and understanding today. We Are Here is purposely held in a communal space with a diverse cast of performers and presenters to signify that the battle against hate, as much as the campaign towards unity, requires the efforts of all of us, regardless of religion, race, gender, and creed. I cannot think of anywhere more appropriate for the 80th anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz-Birkenau to be remembered and explored than Vanderbilt. Your Dialogue Vanderbilt program and Holocaust lecture series are a model for the entire country. While our team is delighted that each of us is here today, the question is, what are we going to do tomorrow? At times of uncertainty, we must work together and look out for each other. At times of uncertainty, we must learn and teach the little ones, as that man said to me on the street in that encounter that changed my life. At times of uncertainty, we must take every attempt to sing together in harmony. And that song begins with We Are Here.
Please welcome Linder Kartots Duchin, representing the Jewish Federation of Greater Nashville.
Mein Savoy, My Testament. The unique experiences of those who suffered in the camps were as diverse as the people: Jehovah's Witness, Sinti and Roma people, queer people, and Jewish people were among the groups of Nazi-declared state enemies who endured inhumane conditions for their identities alone. And yet, these diverse people shared something universal: the human desire to survive. In our next song, poet Jacob Rabinovich articulates his will to survive in a way that is not only true across all peoples, but across time in words that resonate poignantly today. Rabinovich was executed just 2 hours before the British Army arrived to liberate the Prechu concentration camp. Johanna Spector, the composer, did see liberation, after which she immigrated to the United States, where she devoted the rest of her life to the study and conservation of Jewish music. She founded the ethnomusicology department at the Jewish Theological Seminary and taught there for 40 years, amassing a collection of 10,000 religious and folk recordings. In a way, heeding the call of Rabinovich, who wrote from the camp, "Let my testament be the echoing songs I leave for my tormented brothers and sisters." Here is Mein Savoy, performed by Polly Valiant.
I want to survive. I don't want to die. And I won't wear shattered glass over my eyes. I want to see clearly and live to see the day when my brothers and sisters stop suffering this way. Yes, this day will come. Till then I'll hold on. And whoever hears me, I'll sing them my song for the rest of my days. In every endeavor, I will put my hope in this song Yes, this day will come. Till then I'll hold on. And whoever hears me, I'll sing them my song for the rest of my days. In every endeavor, I will put my hope in this song. I will put my hope
Please welcome Linda Hooper, Chair of the Whitwell Education and Heritage Center and author of The Power of a Paperclip.
Street Singer of the Warsaw Ghetto by Reuven Lefitz tells the story of a young child who lost his entire family, a tale far too common in German-occupied Poland's largest ghetto, where 500,000 Jews were confined. The child plays music for donations on the street to survive, and the call for resistance at the end of the song foreshadows the Warsaw Ghetto uprising that occurred a month later when 700 young Jewish fighters took up arms and thousands more refused deportation to the Treblinka killing center. After liberation of the Nazi concentration camps in 1945, Lipschitz returned to Germany, where he had a prolific career and founded a revue theater. Lipschitz died in Chicago in 1975, but the United States Holocaust Museum has never been able to trace a family member and is still seeking information. Through the Paperclips project, our students and entire community had the opportunity to learn about the horrible experiences that the Jewish people endured during the Holocaust. This learning experience was embraced and uniquely celebrated for peer-to-peer learning, children teaching one another as they processed this new information. Most importantly, we learned the value of each human life and that each life is of equal importance. As a survivor, Lipschitz espoused in his articles poetry and song lyrics, his mantra, "When you live, you experience." Tonight, we get a glimpse of this experience. Please welcome Amelia Bailey to sing The Street Singer of the Warsaw Ghetto.
Please welcome Vanderbilt class of '88, David Mendelson.
We're going to get this right. In September of 1941, tens of thousands of Jews from German-occupied Vilna, Lithuania, were forcibly taken to the ghetto. Understanding the danger, writer and activist Shmirka Kazerjinsky tried to evade capture by pretending to be a deaf mute to hide his thick Yiddish accent. Ultimately, by spring 1942, He was in the ghetto along with his wife, Barbara Kaufman. Committed to resistance at first, he organized literary nights, educational programs, and cultural events as an attempt to inspire hope and lead his fellow ghetto inmates to cling to humanity. In addition to writing poetry, he composed songs. What you're about to hear is the voice of Shmerka Kezerjinsky. In March 1942, the Nazi Unit for the Confiscation of Jewish Cultural Property arrived in Vilna to plunder the city's collections. Kezerjinsky risked his life to smuggle important Jewish texts as part of what was known as the Paper Brigade. He also helped lead an attempt to revolt in the ghetto, all the while continuing his artistic pursuits as a manifestation of his resistance. In April 1943, his beloved wife Barbara was killed at Pinar, the murder pits outside of Vilna, where 70,000 Jews were exterminated. As an elegy, he composed the song to a melody by his friend Avram Brudno, in which he laments his first springtime without his wife. And now please welcome Cheryl Wilson and Phil Vaught.
Mein Lieber, wie trotz Männer Liebe, Menschen aus Dorf Schavon. Es leuchtet bei Heilig der Himmel, der Bläue, whatever ist der Punkt. Ihr steht wie ein Bettler bei jedem Feuer, und du ab die Stelle sind, Frühling. Nimm du mein Treue und bring meine Liebe, mein Treue zurück. Bring an deine Flügelbläue und nimm meine Hand mit und bring es zu mein Lieb. Deine Flügelbläue und nimm meine Hand mit und bring es zu mein Glück.
Remember the good times that we shared together.
Time took our love way too soon.
I go to work shattered as I think about you each night as I stare at the moon.
Please think of the good times that we held each other.
Although I've been gone for a while,
your kiss, oh so gentle, your eyes, how they warm me.
I'll always remember your smile. Oh, springtime, what good is spring? What good is sunshine when you are away? Springtime, you shine upon my sorrow, but still tomorrow is as bleak as today. The house that we lived in is now barricaded.
The windows are broken and bare.
The sun is so fierce that the flowers have faded. They wilt in the wintry air.
I see you each morning
I still look for you every night.
The place that you loved me,
The place where you kissed me, the place where you held me so tight. Oh, springtime, what good is springtime? What good is sunshine when you are away? Springtime, you shine upon my sorrow, but still tomorrow is as bleak as today. Springtime, I'm drowning in my sorrow. There's no tomorrow since you've gone
Please welcome Yolanda Pierce, Dean of the Vanderbilt Divinity School.
Rivka Bassman was 16 when her family was forced to move into the Vilna ghetto. Upon the ghetto's liquidation, she was sent to Kosovo, a forced labor camp for women. During long and oppressive working hours, she and 2 other women lifted the spirits of fellow women every day by dancing, singing, and performing poetry. When Kosovo was liquidated, Rivka hid a copy of her poems by rolling them under her tongue. Like those in Vilna's paper brigade, she courageously preserved her testimony through poetry, which we have the honor of hearing tonight. Bassman passed away shortly after this concert was performed in Carnegie Hall in 2023, but not before she sent us this message, and I quote, "Dear friends at the We Are Here concert, I also am together with you in this great evening, including songs and poems of the ghettos. Even in the worst times of my life, I wrote my Yiddish lines and poems that encouraged me and the close young girls at the labor camp. Now that these poems were published by the Leivik publisher and have reached you, I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart." From Rivka Bassman Ben Hayim. It is with great reverence for her life, her writing, her spirit, and her strength that Jaden Marshall will read this poem 60 years later.
We didn't play with time. We played endlessly with death. We met it with caution every day, for we were young, merely children. We held on to life unbidden. We held within us the breath of home in the step of spring, and our gloom preserved our yesterdays. We never spoke of the future. We were hungry, dreamed of bread and thick soup, And when one of us requested a good word, a hungry look silently answered, bread. Those days when the scent of bread wafted by only in a dream, God too wore a yellow star. So how then could he save his children? We didn't play with time behind barbed wire. There, life was forbidden. At night, when one of us stood watch in the doorway, Moussier danced spring for us. We read and swallowed one poem after another, and the words kissed and stroked us, and a fear of comfort spoke to us within the poem. Then a hungry voice called out, "Read it again." And those of us who had reached the shore wounded seemed to be whole. But there was no one out there to hear the story, one that had no end, eternally not healed. And now, we are the last witnesses on earth who have seen and heard it all. So when we meet in houses, how good to feel a hand that survived. How good the gaze that smiles through the tear. A tear entirely different. A sweet tear for all that lives, for our being, children and families, in the day that promises and hopes and grows and thrives and carries all along with it.
Please welcome the Executive Director of Vanderbilt Hillel, Ari Dubin, and Rabbi and CEO of Vanderbilt Chabad, Shlomo Rothstein.
And now for a change of pace. Our next song tells the sardonic story of a man driven far from home in Markowczyzny, a small town near Białystok, Poland. It is based on a folk song popularized by the renowned entertainer Pesach Burstein. Burstein, who escaped Poland just days before the German invasion, survived the war and went on to perform for the Yiddish diaspora on 4 continents.
In the concentration camps, Jews were used as forced labor, but the Nazis only gave them a few hundred calories a day. Each day, during the horrors of Shoah, these prisoners would ask, "How bad can it get?" The nightmare did end one day, but millions did not live to see it, and the survivors live with memories of the unthinkable. With words by H. Goldstein, said in English by Emmett Smith, these satirical lyrics comment on the impossible orders given by Nazi guards and the contradicting realities of life in a Nazi labor camp. Here is Markowczyzny, performed by Pierce Pearson.
I come from Markowczyzny, 12 hours away. Now I work barefoot and cold, 12 hours a day. I stand here breaking my back while they curse me out, remaining alone, driven so far from home. I cry as they shout, work harder, but make it faster too. Your paycheck of nothing will show how well you do. So slog like a dog, but stand up with dignity. A bad day to be from Markowczyzny. Now Białystok is my home, a crumbling mess. and the cold, food fit for a pest. We rise and shine with the sun, and we work till it's set. As each day turns to another, we ask to each other, how bad can it get? Work harder, but make it faster too. Your paycheck of nothing will show how well you do. So slog like a dog, but stand up with dignity. A bad day to be from Markovshchny. In prison, we're all the same. We must fight to survive. So we become family, keep our brothers alive. But when your brother needs food, and so do you, where is your conscience when you're near unconscious from a lack of food? Oh, work harder, but make it faster too. Your paycheck of nothing will show how well you do. So slog like a dog, but stand up with dignity. A bad day to be from Markovshchny. Work harder, but make it faster too. Your paycheck of nothing will show how well you do. So slog like a dog, but stand up with dignity. A bad day to be from Markovshchny.
Please give a warm welcome to Holocaust survivor and motivational speaker, Sammy Steigman.
When the Germans occupied Czechoslovakia, Ilse Weber was able to send her elder son Hanus to safety in Sweden through a Kindertransport, a child transport. Okay? And while Ilse and her husband and their younger son Tommy were sent to a concentration camp. There, Ilse worked nights in the children's hospital, doing all she could for the patients without the help of medicine. She wrote poems there and set many of them to music, singing and playing guitar for the children and elderly. 2 years later, when her husband was deported to Auschwitz-Birkenau, she and Tommy went with him so as not to break up their family. On October 6, 1944, when the children in Ilse's care were ordered to the gas chambers, she voluntarily decided to accompany them so that she could provide comfort in their last moments. It is said that she sang to her son and many other children as they entered the gas chambers. Perhaps she sang this very lullaby, Vigela. Our lyric translation tonight features Weber's children's names in the song. Tommy, who died that day, and Hanus, who lived into his 90s in Sweden. Hanus authored several books dedicated to spreading his mother's songs and legacy, and named his son Tommy, after his lost brother. Tommy, Ilse's grandson, reached out to us and shared these thoughts about her. She was a daughter, a sister, a wife, a mother, and she was herself. She was a writer, she was a journalist, she was a musician, a poet, a songwriter, and so many other things. I wish she could have lived to become a grandmother. I wish I could have gotten to know her. Now, before I end, I would like to say something to you. And I want to remind everybody that in every generation, they try to annihilate us. We prevailed. And to the world, I have a very strong message. We are here to stay, whether you like it or not. Am Israel Chai. God bless America. God bless Israel. And now, Vigila will be performed by Wendy Moten. Thank you.
Don't you cry, close your eyes, Tommy. The wind sings with your mommy. It plays so sweetly through the trees. The nightingale sings with the breeze. Please don't cry, close your eyes, Tommy. The wind sings with your mommy. Don't you cry, close your eyes. Heaven, the moon, she shines from heaven. A lantern tent, a tent up high. You twinkle in her tired eye. Don't you cry, close your eyes. Heaven, the moon, she shines from heaven. Don't you cry, close your eyes. I'm right here by your side, singing you a lullaby. Close your eyes. Don't you cry, close your eyes. I'm right here by your side. Close your eyes, close your eyes. Close your eyes, close your eyes. silent upon us. No sound disturbs your peace and rest. My baby huddled in your nest. Please don't cry, close your eyes on us. The wind is silent upon us. Don't you cry, close your eyes. I'm right here by your side, singing you a lullaby. Close your eyes. Don't you cry, close your eyes. I'm right here by your side. Close your eyes, close your eyes. I'm right here by your side. Close your eyes, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
There will now be a 10-minute intermission. Before you return to your seat, everyone in the audience is invited to pick up a glass sculpture from the lobby for a special finale to tonight's concert.
We are here, we are here.
Sveta poiton und zertrott mir seinen Dor.
We are here, we are here.
Kommen wird noch unser ausgebänkte Show.
We are here, we are here.
Vi har på Roso Gendos Lied von Dor zu Dor.
We are here, we are here.
Sveta poiton und zertrott mir seinen Dor.
Never say this is the final road for you. Though leaded skies may cover days of blue.
As the hour that we long for is so near, our steps speed out the message, we are here.
As the hour that we long for is so near, our steps speed out the message, we are here.
From lands so green to lands so wide and white with snow, we'll be coming with our anguish and our woe.
And where a spurt of blood fell on the earth, there our courage and our spirit have rebirth.
And where a spurt of blood fell on the earth, there our courage and our spirit have rebirth, have rebirth, have rebirth. Our courage and our spirit have rebirth, have rebirth, have rebirth. Our courage and our spirit have rebirth.
This song is written with our blood and not with lead. This is no song for free birds flying overhead.
But if people amid crumbling walls were here, they sang the song and sang it without fear.
But if people amid crumbling walls were here, they sang the song
Music is the fuel of movements. Black, white, Jewish, Christian, Muslim. People from all backgrounds have used protest songs to stand up against the wrongs of the world and to affirm that we shall overcome. Hirschblick wrote this protest song inspired by the Warsaw ghettos, the uprising of that in 1943. Thousands of Jews were murdered. But the good cause went on to inspire many others, including the partisans, who would sing this very song, taking out railroad tracks and Nazis. This was their battle cry for peace. Let's honor their voices and stand up for peace. Put your hands together for the We Are Here ensemble.
We're here as one, we're here together.
We are here. It's time we make a change forever.
We are here.
Put your hands way up in the sky.
We are here.
For everyone, for you and I.
We are here.
It's time that we all take a stand.
We are here.
Spread it all across the land.
We are here.
Oh yes we are, yes we are.
We are here.
Come on everybody, raise a bar.
Standing tall.
We are here. We're sending out a message. We are here. We are here.
All together.
We are here.
Stormy weather.
We're sending out a message. We are here. We are here.
No more hate.
We are here.
We can't wait.
We're sending out a message. We are here. We are here.
Yes we are.
Yes, we are.
Sending out a message. We are here.
Please give a warm welcome to Brett Werb of the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum.
Dieselbe Gassen und Tramwayen, meaning the same streets and tramways, shows us how a beloved hometown can become unrecognizable overnight. In this song, that town was Vilna, an illustrious center of Jewish life and learning. That is until the Germans carved it up, turning its historic center into a ghetto, a walled-in prison where the city's entire Jewish population was forced to live. The gifted playwright and lyricist Casriel Broido was named director of the Ghetto Theater. His songs were known and sung throughout the ghetto and were well remembered by survivors after the war, which he himself did not survive. Dieselbe Gassen und Tramwayen, also known after its refrain as Sie muss es also sein, or must it be this way, underscores the contrast between an idyllic, or at least a reliably normal recent past, and a grotesque, topsy-turvy present day, between those who may walk freely and those who live and die in hunger and humiliation. Broido set his words to a haunting tango melody. The composer's name, unfortunately, has not come down to us. And now, please welcome Justin Gesso, who will sing this song for us, Dieselbe Gassen und Tramwayen.
How's everybody feeling?
The same old streets, the same old streetcars, numbers 11 and 4. The same young boys who try and meet cars, buy a newspaper they implore. The same sky, but something's not right. The man beneath the sky, uncomprehending, shines the sunlight, and I hear a voice inside me cry. And must it be this way? Must it be this way? Fate gives one man great happiness, while yet another lives in distress. Who was it that did say the world shall be this way? I ask, it eats my heart out. Must it be this way? Yes, be this way. For them, the boulevards and squares, while I live in a slum. Why must I suffer mocking stares? I weep hot tears till I grow numb. What's this inscription on the wall? You may not go past here. Why do I give my home my all? At night I lay me down in fear. Must it be this way? Must it be this way? Fate gives one man great happiness, while yet another lives in distress. Who was it that did say the world shall be this way? I ask, it eats my heart out. Must it be this way? Yes, be this way. I ask, it eats my heart out. Must it be this way? Yes, be this way.
Please welcome David Plazas, Opinion and Engagement Director of the Tennessean.
Saul Schenker survived both the Kovno ghetto in German-occupied Lithuania and Dachau concentration camp in Germany, leading services, writing, and composing throughout. At the end of the war in 1945, Schenker continued to serve as a cantor and lead services in post-war displaced persons camps, helping in his way to heal the wounds and elevate the spirits of survivors. From both his detailed storytelling and his unique point of view, Nit Ayer Mazel describes how it felt to arrive at the ghetto and what vulnerable prisoners had to do to avoid hard labor. In this song, the vivid depiction of human stories in a deeply dehumanizing context serves as Schenker's testimony of his own personal experience. Since Nazis restricted Jews from journaling and documenting life in the ghettos and camps from the inside, songs are some of the only first-hand accounts that could survive. This song and the music we've heard tonight serve the crucial function of bearing witness. Please welcome Mahi Patel and Rachel Kate Pikar, who will sing Nit Ayer Mazel, It's Not Your Fate.
Please welcome Rashed Fakhruddin, Director of Community Partnerships of the Islamic Center of Nashville.
Leah Rudnitsky wrote Dremlin Fagel, or Dreaming Birds, for a child that she rescued, a dark lullaby. The song is about the child's parent who will not return. Leah was a true freedom fighter with the resistance in Vilna and was only 27 when she was arrested by the Gestapo and executed in the Treblinka death camp. Leah borrowed the melody from a pre-war song by the Soviet Yiddish composer Leib Yampolsky. The work of Ira Antelis, who conceived this concert, has been to see the heart of what these artists created and situate it in a way that gives access to all of us here tonight so that we can learn and find empowerment from their songs through our ears, our voices, and our instruments. In the case of this next song, here is Dremlin Fagel, performed by Howard Levy.
President Greg Jones is unfortunately unable to join us this event. We are grateful that Vanderbilt Vice Chancellor Darren Reesberg will present the next song.
This concert is not the only place where music from the ghettos and camps is being performed. In some cases, these songs are kept alive by the family of the writers themselves. Ghetto songwriter Abraham Sipkin's daughter, Diane, currently teaches media at Pace University and is still performing Yiddish repertoire, including her father's work. When we reached out to her, she sent this story. In July 1941, my parents, Etta and Abraham Sipkin, along with all the Jews of Kovno, Lithuania, were forced into the ghetto by the Nazis. Over time, their possessions were taken and thousands were killed. Some were luckier. For a while, the Nazis put them in slave labor and worked them from morning to night. My papa, frequently the leader of an aerodrome brigade, wrote his famous song, Tsoros un Leid, Pain and Sorrow, because of what he saw and experienced there. He married his words to a popular Russian ballad by Alexander Gurylev entitled The Broad Stormy Sea. Please welcome Gary and Landon Pig, who will sing Tsoros un Leid.
Come here, my friends, and let us all sing along a song that cries out from our hearts. Come tell me your stories, the way life is now, before everything's torn apart. Sing us a song from your heart.
The mornings are gray and it's dark in the streets. My bones ache, I'm always in pain. My clothes are all torn, they're all tangled and wet. I guess that's the price that we pay. I guess that's the price that we pay. La la la. La la la, la 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 la.
Small little kids carry gravel and stone, get beat with a rod just for fun. Their souls are rejected, there is no more. Lost in a world there are none. They can't understand what they've done.
My hands are so thin and my body is tired. We suffer through hell every day. We call out to God as we pray and we pray. Let me just live one more day. Let me just live one more day. La la la. La la la, la 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 la.
Somewhere within find your strength, 'cause one day you wait, this will come to an end, and all of this hate, it will fade. We pray and we wait for that day.
Please welcome the Consul General of Israel to the Southeastern United States, Anat Sultan Dadon.
From 1941 to 1945, 6 million Jews were systematically murdered throughout Nazi Germany and German-occupied territories as the world stood silently by. Because the world stood silently by. October 7th reawakened that collective memory, as once again, Jewish men, women, and children were slaughtered for the crime of being Jewish. But there is a stark difference between then and now, the existence of the State of Israel. The Jewish people are no longer defenseless. We are sovereign and we are strong. Yet the battle against anti-Semitism continues. As we remember the Holocaust, let us acknowledge what is the purpose of remembrance and what a genuine commitment to never again demands of us all. Supporting Israel in this existential struggle against those who seek the destruction of Israel and the Jewish people is a shared imperative for the entire free world. This moment demands unity, resolve, and a clear message to those who seek to sow hatred and fear, that we will not waver in our commitment to justice, freedom, and peace. And we also will not rest until every single hostage is back home. Until every single hostage is reunited with their loved ones and with our nation. During the Holocaust, on the train from Warsaw to Treblinka extermination camp, Reb Azriel David Fastag wrote a melody to one of Maimonides' principles of faith. Ani ma'amin, I believe, with perfect faith in the coming of the Messiah, and even though he may delay, I wait each day for him to arrive. While still on the train and already frail, Fastag asked that someone deliver this new nigun, a melody, to his mentor in New York. Heeding his call, 2 boys managed to jump off the train. Miraculously, one of the boys survived and made it all the way to New York, where he passed this song safely to Fastag's mentor, the Modzitzer Rebbe. Elie Wiesel, the Nobel Peace Prize laureate who inspired this concert, recalled how hearing the words of Ani Ma'amin on a particularly brutal forced march gave him and the other prisoners the strength not to crumble under the weight of despair. As much as Wiesel was inspired by the faith expressed in Ani Ma'amin, he lamented in his memoir, Night, that no divine intervention would stop the carnage. Tonight, we will listen as Reb Azriel David Fastag's Nigun of Ani Ma'amin comes to life with the words of Elie Wiesel's poem, Never Shall I Forget. Please welcome Rabbi Lori Rice and Cantor Josh Goldberg.
אני מאמין, אני מאמין באמונה שלמה בביאת המשיח, בביאת המשיח אני מאמין, בביאת המשיח, בביאת המשיח אני מאמין. אני מאמין, אני מאמין, אני מאמין באמונה שלמה בביאת המשיח, בביאת המשיח אני מאמין, ואף על פי ששממיה עם כל זה אני מאמין, ואף על פי ששממיה עם כל זה אני מאמין.
Never shall I forget that night, the first night in camp that turned my life into one long night 7 times sealed.
אני מאמין, אני מאמין, אני מאמין.
Never shall I forget that smoke.
אני מאמין, אני מאמין, אני מאמין.
Never shall I forget the small faces of the children whose bodies I saw transformed into smoke under a silent sky.
באמונה שלמה.
Never shall I forget those flames that consumed my faith forever.
באמונה שלמה.
Never shall I forget the nocturnal silence that deprived me for all eternity of the desire to live.
בביאת המשיח, בביאת המשיח אני מאמין.
Never shall I forget those moments that murdered my God and my soul and turned my dreams to ashes.
בביאת המשיח, בביאת המשיח אני מאמין.
Never shall I forget those things, even were I condemned to live as long as God Himself.
בביאת המשיח אני מאמין.
Never.
בביאת המשיח אני מאמין.
Never shall I forget.
Please welcome the German Consul General for the Southeastern United States, Melanie Maltzman.
The Germany I represent today is committed to the remembrance of the Holocaust, its victims and survivors, and to the fight against anti-Semitism. And yet, it is not a given that I am invited to join you here on this stage. I am grateful and humbled for the many acts of reconciliation. I am grateful and humbled that I am able to call people who suffered under the Nazi regime and lost their families to the Holocaust friends. I am grateful that I, as a German representative, can be part of this evening of remembrance. Together, we are here. Our last story comes to us from a promise made in the German concentration camp of Sachsenhausen. In 1939, prominent Polish conductor and revolutionary Martin Rosenberg was on a trip to Berlin when he was arrested and sent to Sachsenhausen concentration camp. While he endured long days of grueling labor, he found a means of spiritual resistance. He secretly recruited 25 fellow inmates and formed a 4-part choir. For 3 years, they bravely gathered in the sleeping quarters of Sachsenhausen Block 39 to sing, even inviting audiences hungry for distraction. One such audience member was Aleksander Kulisiewicz, a young Polish political prisoner who wrote his own songs in the camp. Having grown up in a segregated society, Kulisiewicz had spent little time face-to-face with Jewish people, and he was, in fact, even a part of a far-right anti-Semitic group at university. However, when he denounced the course and published his opposition to Hitler in a local newspaper, he also was arrested and sent to Sachsenhausen. One afternoon there, Martin Rosenberg saw that Kulisiewicz had been swindled of a ration of food, and Rosenberg stood up to the thief. For that, he took a beating, but the two became friends. When Hitler ordered that all Jews still in the Greater German Reich be moved to ghettos, concentration camps, shooting sites, and killing centers in the East, Rosenberg arranged a folk song called 10 Brüder, 10 brothers, into a requiem about being sent to the gas chambers. And at one of their forbidden meetings, Martin squeezed his friend Alexander's hand, and he made him promise that as a non-Jew, should he survive, he would sing this requiem all around the world so that they would remember. Kulisiewicz kept that promise and went on to create the single largest collection of music from the Nazi camps. For our final song today, you will hear Kulisiewicz's real voice singing the Jewish death song. And just as Rosenberg hoped, we pass his story on to the next generation, all around the world, by giving voice to his song with this chorus. Elie Wiesel said, "When you listen to witness, you become a witness. Tonight, we not only remember the Holocaust, but have also become witnesses." Please welcome the Vanderbilt University Singers, conducted by Gary Fry.
Boom, 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 boom.
Herzen wieder ins Gras. Wieder in der Feder, Mäuschen im Wald, singt mir nochmal ein
Conductor Gary Fry. As we conclude the show, please welcome back Rabbi Charles Savinor and the creator of We Are Here, Ira and Tellis.
Well, how about an amazing round of applause for that? And to Gary Fry, the conductor, my friend.
Yeah, he doesn't usually talk, so this is pretty great. Everybody during the intermission was asked to take one of these sculptures. Generally in the Jewish tradition, when we're creating a memorial or a monument, we use basic rocks, right? And we had this idea that in the process of creating a memorial, which was what we're trying to do. One of the things we're trying to do here tonight, we're also trying to create light, create a path forward. So if you have a rock with you, if you pull the little tab, you'll see that they light up. Blythe Mendelson, we cannot thank you enough for making each one of these individually. So there's a labor, it's a real labor of love, and we're forever grateful for your hard work. And so we'd like to conclude this evening with the Jewish memorial prayer, the Kaddish, which we think about. It's associated with loss. It's associated actually with death. It doesn't mention death at all. It's all about life, just like we are here. So if you're able, we invite you to please rise at this time, and we will recite together the Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah v'alma divrach yirtei v'amlich malchotei v'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael ba'galav v'zman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mivarach leolam umei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitraman v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudashah b'richu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechemata damiran v'alma v'yimru amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah min shemaya v'chayim alinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'ramav hu yaseh shalom alenu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Thank you all very much for being here. Am Yisrael Chai.